Welcome everybody to FrameLoss episode 6. We are on video right now.
This has got video. Look at this.
Ooh la la.
Is that unmuted? Okay, yeah, it is unmuted.
Yeah, we're unmuted.
You can talk. Sure.
I'm tweeting about our show right now.
You're tweeting?
Yeah.
Oh man, look at us social networking.
We are the best. We got
Follow me at FromCJ if you want to see what I'm tweeting.
hashtag CJ.
Hashtag CJ Petrus.
So yeah, we got hosts.
Well, I got our little
We got
thing up there.
a thing.
Yeah.
We're professional.
That's
Yeah.
2 inches.
This is 2 inches. You gotta intro us.
I'm trying to.
2
that
inches.
right there.
CJ and B Pants. Welcome to the show. So what do we have on the agenda tonight?
We got releases of the week.
Okay.
We got news of the week.
Okay.
We got a review.
Are you gonna tell us what the review is, or is it gonna be a surprise?
It's gonna be a surprise.
Okay. Fair
We're
enough.
gonna let the people simmer.
You like those surprise reviews?
Yeah.
I think it's Angry Birds.
Angry Birds. Is that the $44
That's what
one
he's
on
The Xbox 360.
Like,
yeah.
that's so insane
Yeah.
that they're charging that much for a game.
You're
Well, totally-
facing us
totally-
like the people don't see you being. Like,
I mean, I have to speak into the mic. We
It's
have
three-
mic issues right now. Okay, we
Fucking mic.
we'll get clip-on mics at some point. That'll
Eventually.
be later.
nice little
Later.
lapels.
Okay, so Kyle, what have you been playing this week?
That's a good question.
You don't remember what you played at all? I mean, I know one thing you played over the weekend.
I don't want to remember
One,
that thing.
One thing we all played over the weekend.
We have been playing. We did sub to WoW
Again.
again.
Yeah,
It's never gonna go away.
CJ's really no, it's not. It's you know.
WoW
you
is
always-
the best game ever. It's
WoW
the
is
best.
your first girlfriend. You always just have to go back.
No, you don't. That's a horrible idea.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
I did start playing Batman Asylum something Blackgate. I don't
On the
actually.
PS
The Vita.
Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate.
Yes.
That's
is the name of the
way too many names.
Yep, that's a few too many.
I also have been playing Project Spark, and I
Project
don't
Spark.
know if I'm allowed to talk about it.
So we'll
You
probably
didn't, you didn't
stop
sign
there.
anything. No, you didn't sign
No,
anything.
I don't know if I did or not. I don't remember.
You could talk about
You might have had to agree to something.
Yeah, I think I might have agreed. to
I'll
something.
talk about Project Spark.
What are you going to talk about it?
It looks crappy.
It's
I've been playing it too, and I agree with CJ.
He
I-
didn't
it
like
looks
it.
crappy. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played it, so I'm free to talk about it. I think it looks...
No, it literally looks.
Yeah,
crappy.
it looks awful. I don't know how it plays. It could be Little Big Planet, but awesome. I mean, Little Big Planet was fun. It could be amazing. I don't know. But it could be Minecraft plus 10. I don't know. Looks awful, though.
visually, I think it looks fantastic.
The UI is so boring.
The UI is kind of bad.
John's upset at us for playing WoW, just so everyone knows.
Oh,
Just
Well,
so everyone's...
sorry, John.
It's because WoW's the best game ever. And
Spoiler alert: we're playing WoW.
Anything else? That's it.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
There was something else I played. I don't remember what it was, but it couldn't have been that great then.
Exactly. So what have you been playing, CJ?
I put Chrono Trigger to the side for now. I'm going to go back to it eventually. It's just like, it's such a...
It's just too much for you.
It's not even that. It's just like I got away from it for a little bit, and then once you get away from those kind of games, you really
That's
just
how I
have to,
feel like
start over. So
it
it's like,
sucks. Like when you like play a game and you put like 20 hours in it, and you're like, okay, I'm just kind of done with this. And you come back later, and I'm like, man, I don't remember what I'm
Yeah.
doing, so I want to start over. And I feel like I do that for too many games.
Yeah,
Like I've
that's-
tried to play the old KOTOR like probably 4 times now.
Yep.
And every time I have to start over, and
I started KOTOR
Yeah.
on the Xbox 360, my Mac, and my iPad. I didn't beat it until I started it on the iPad.
really,
Yeah. It was really cool. It was still a good game, even though I knew the ending. But it took me forever. I'm really bad at that.
Nice.
So I've been trying. One of my New Year's resolutions has been to do that less. So we'll see. I started playing Legend of Mana, which is this old PS1 RPG by Square. It's like pre-Dark Cloud. You have to create a world and everything.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I downloaded Metal Gear Solid to like maybe start going through that.
I
don't
saw
know.
that. I was excited.
Yeah,
about that.
it's a lot harder than I remember, so we'll see.
like the Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
PS1, yeah. It's a lot harder than I remember, so we'll see how long it takes me to actually play that. I've been on Assassin's Creed Revelations. I'm probably just going to skip it and go right to AC3.
Yeah, I need to get onto AC3 too.
Yeah,
one that-
that was recommended to me. All of Assassin's Creed Revelations seems to be you're like trapped in the Animus, so all the story happens like anything happening to Desmond story-wise is still happening to him in the Animus.
Yeah.
So you don't learn anything from like the outside world. So I don't really care too much.
Was that one of the console releases?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It was the
What
third one in the Ezio
Yeah, what I
trilogy.
did is I just YouTubed the story, and that like
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
yeah.
that brought me up to speed, so now I can play
the second
through.
one, Brotherhood, was definitely good. Revelations, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
read the story and move on.
Legit.
You can do that for all of them.
No, but And WoW obviously has been awesome. I already completed Siege of Orgrimmar.
Wait, so you've beat Garrosh?
Yep.
What?
Yeah, down Garrosh.
This jobber's down in Garrosh.
Dude, I go hard when I go with this.
We're gonna have to do this tomorrow.
I'm totally down for that. I'm already eye level
Siege
517. So
okay.
What have you been playing, Brian?
WoW, obviously, because we all resubbed because we're terrible people.
We're the best. Hopefully Andy's watching. He's playing WoW also.
Yeah. No, it's still just John.
No, we have 5 people now.
What? I don't see.
They're probably not signed.
Maybe it's not my list.
Either
is
way.
updating.
Thanks for watching.
Yes,
Thanks for coming.
So I've been playing WoW. I started playing The Force Unleashed again because I bought it in I bought the Star Wars pack. It was like $50. It came with like 20 Star Wars games on Steam.
Oh,
yeah,
the Force. Okay, I was shaking my head because I thought it was an online game.
You have Jedi Outcast 2, right?
Yeah,
Jedi Knight 2 Jedi
I have
Outcast?
like a ton of them.
We got to do a playthrough of that because I haven't played it either. I hear it's sick.
Yeah, so I was playing The Force Unleashed again because I was like, man, I just really want to cut some dudes up with lightsabers.
Hell yeah!
So that was sweet.
Second one, not that great.
I'm gonna try it. I'm just gonna. I have it. I own it. Might as well just play it.
Yeah, exactly.
For cutting dudes with lightsabers, it can't be that bad.
Yeah.
I don't think I've really been playing much else because I just upgraded my PC again after I had that massive catastrophic failure on my PC where I had to reinstall Windows 7, so I lost everything.
Not even a little scary.
And then I was like, a week later, I'm like, I got a copy of Windows 8, so now I'm going to upgrade to Windows 8 and just start over again.
Yep.
So I did that, but now I have WoW installed, so it's all good.
It only took you, like a week to get your add-ons?
Yeah. I'm still configuring my add-ons. I won't be done configuring my add-ons for like another month.
No, you never fit.
Yeah,
just like WoW, you never finish with your add-ons.
Nope. All right, so releases of the week, CJ. Oh, I have a little thing to click for that.
Boom!
Look at that!
I can't. I'm so bad at
you're
knowing
really bad
where
at
the things
are. Your spatial reasoning is poor, Kyle. So we have releases of the week. There's not much coming out this week. That's okay though, because the 2 things that are coming out are pretty big. The first one, Dead Rising 3, Operation Broken Eagle. It's downloadable content for Dead Rising 3 for the Xbox One. If you are a fan of killing mass amounts of zombies, then you're going to love this game. That's the best thing I could say about it. Dead Rising 3 is the best open zombie simulator game that exists in terms of horde. I know everyone loves DayZ.
Amounts of zombies.
Yeah. I know everyone loves DayZ and wants to get all over DayZ, but when I think of zombie survival, I don't think of being by myself and trying not to get killed. I think of running away from zombies. That's the action part of it. Obviously, there's a ton of good stuff psychologically of being alone, being hunted by other people, that kind of thing. But when I want to play a zombie game...
See Kyle's face.
When I want to play a zombie game, I would much rather kill 1,000,000 zombies than threaten someone for a can of beans, handcuff them, walk them around.
Dude, that can of beans is valuable.
Yeah.
You don't understand. You're going to starve to death if you don't get those beans.
Right. I mean, you have to eat in Dead Rising also.
Do you?
Yeah.
No.
In endless mode or whatever, you have to eat.
They have that mode.
Oh yeah, it's like they took all of DayZ and just put it into Dead Rising.
I don't think they did at all.
It's
a little stretch.
The other release this week is Ollie Ollie for the PlayStation Vita. It's an endless runner based around the fact that you're a skateboarder. So you jump, you do your tricks, you run forever, you don't fall off your skateboard. That's the premise. That is, I don't have a price point for Dead Rising 3 because I didn't think of that until just now. Ollie Ollie is $12.99 on the PlayStation Vita. It's $10.93 for people who have a PlayStation Plus membership. I've said it every show, I'll say it again. If you don't have a PlayStation Plus membership and you have a PlayStation,
you're doing
3,
it wrong.
4, Vita, PSP, I don't care what you have, you are bad at playing PlayStation games. You get free games every month for as long as you have that PS Plus membership. Whenever you unsub, you don't get them, but when you resub, you still have all the games you downloaded for free before, plus any new ones in the future. Best deal in gaming. Xbox is still trying to catch up and can't
I think you should work for Sony. That was a solid sales pitch there.
I believe strongly in the PlayStation Plus program.
Yeah, it's a good program.
So Kyle, why don't you take us into
Let's
news
go to
of the week?
News.
What's so funny?
Just the click.
Oh, I mean, I had to switch the thing over.
I know. I like this.
Kind of ruining the immersion.
You're killing our immersion, Kyle.
So, we're going to start News of the Week off with Trailer of the Week.
Oh, it's a trailer.
That's
God, I'm so hyped.
All right, guys.
So,
hyped for this.
Let's watch this. They haven't seen this, so that's good.
Yep.
Let's
Are we going to tell them what the trailer is, or are we going to surprise them?
Yeah, surprise them.
All right.
Let's watch it.
I have a surprise for the whole family. A free trip to the aquarium!
Who's that man with the three-piece suit?
These games are for children.
To the car, kids.
Yay!
Who's that man with the 8 strong legs?
What are you doing?
Tried to make me breakfast, but it broke my eggs. Octodad. Nobody suspects a thing.
How did you beat me?
Octodad.
Honey, are you all right? Don't worry. We're here for you.
Sometimes when I get scared, I pretend I'm something brave, like a cloudosaurus or a hippogriff. Do you ever get scared, Dad?
You have them beguiled, octopus.
Are you an old friend of my husband's? What can you tell me about him?
Everything!
Kids, have you seen your father? It's almost closing time. Where could he be?
So that's Octodad, Dadliest Catch.
That game is
That was
amazing.
awesome. I really liked when he went into the claw machine. He like wiggled his way into it, and that sold the game for me. That's instant purchase now.
That game is probably the number one. I'm gonna buy that the second I get a PS4. I don't care if Infamous is out. I don't care if Watch Dogs is
Is it
out.
only coming out for
No,
PS4?
it's
No,
coming out
but-
for Steam January 30th,
Okay.
and then it's coming to PS4 later. I'm also waiting
okay.
for the PS4
Yeah,
copy.
I don't know. I might have to pick up the Steam version.
I
I'm
'cause-
playing
the
it on the
demo.
controller.
Well, I have,
Oh, I forgot Kyle's
Xbox
super
controller.
opposed to just like having a controller for his computer. For some reason, he like refuses to
yeah,
do it.
he just hates that. So sweet. That was Octodad, Dadliest Catch.
That it's gonna be the best. The point of the game, for anyone watching who doesn't know, is you are that octopus. No one knows you're an octopus, and you can't let your family find. You don't want anyone to
Even
find
your
out.
wife and kids
Yeah, they
don't know you're an
don't know you're-
octopus.
and you don't want to act like an octopus. You don't want to act suspicious. So you have to act like a person the whole game. And it's like, you go make breakfast, and then you have to deal with the fact that you're an octopus trying to make breakfast. It is amazing.
I didn't know. I'd seen the game, but I had no idea about the fact that you're trying to remain like a stealth octopus.
Yeah.
So that
John-
makes it so much better.
John wants to know if that game has Octopus Rift support.
It should have Octopus Rift support, but I don't think it does. So the next thing, the Steam Dev Days, that happened fairly recently. Was it last week? I think.
Yes, it was last week.
So there was a lot of interesting news that came out of the Dev Days. A lot of highlights. So we're just going to go into talking about a couple of those. So one of the things that Gabe talked about, that he wants developers to take control of the Steam store. His goal is a quote from him: "Our goal is to make Greenlight go away, not because it's not useful, but because we're evolving." So
Can I add in parentheses,
kind of
yes,
interesting.
because it's not useful?
Well,
51 games
Yeah.
got greenlit today.
yeah, I mean, Greenlight seems to be pretty successful. I think they're just looking for a way to streamline it.
Yeah, I don't know why Kyle's against it, given the fact that he isn't super against early access, and I don't know why I'm not against it, given that I am super against early access. 'cause
Yeah,
they
I don't know.
kinda
It's
go
weird.
hand in
Yeah,
hand.
they kind of do.
But I like it as a way to just help indie. I think that is a much better business model than.
But you can get
Early
greenlit
access.
still on early access, though.
No, I
Yeah.
know. I don't like the early access. I like that. I think that is a great business model because it's like, do people want this game? How many people want this game? Okay, obviously it got a bunch of votes and got support. It got greenlit.
Yeah.
I can feel safe working on this.
Yeah. So, alright, Valve wants to focus not only on gaming, but all things people want to do on a Steam machine in the living room. So
Xbox
music,
One.
TV. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, the Steam machines are a PC for your living room, so it would make sense to be able to watch movies on them, to do TV. I'd imagine they'll probably do, maybe Netflix in Steam or something crazy like
Well,
that.
it's going to be
Who
a
knows?
computer, so as long as you can just get to the browser, you can get to
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It has, obviously...
Does
it's got
Netflix have
Steam.
Linux support?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, you can just run it in a browser.
Yeah.
It's
So there's that.
Linux needs Microsoft
Yeah.
Silverlight support, which it has.
Yeah.
So, They're late to the party on that one.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I feel like
they're late to the party on everything the Steam Machine's doing, but that we've already discussed that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they announced some changes to the controller that's going to come with the Steam Machine. It originally had a touchscreen. They've dropped the touchscreen and they've added a D-pad and ABXY buttons for backwards compatibility. Also, I guess it uses batteries?
Yep,
That
it does.
Kind
It's
of.
like the Xbox.
Yeah.
Well, can you
Some
wire
people-
it, or is it only like AA batteries? Does it have rechargeable batteries?
There was talk about a recharge kit like being available,
Yeah.
but it doesn't come with one.
I still think if you like AA batteries in this day and age should be dead. Using AA batteries is stupid. Everything should be rechargeable.
I think the AA batteries thing kind of goes to their low cost ethos, where it's like, everyone has AA.
Low cost. You're talking about the Steam Machine being $6,000.
I mean, there's
Well, it's $6,000 because it comes with 2 AA batteries
Yeah.
to put in the controller.
and then 2 NVIDIA Titans.
I'm not going to get into how ridiculous the SKUs are for
Yeah.
the Steam machines. There's going to be a million of them. I think the choice to have AA batteries is like weird, but at the same time, I have a million rechargeable AA batteries just lying around. They're not like they were in the 90s, where it's like, whoa, rechargeable batteries, whoa.
I know this, but the second I bought the Xbox One, the first thing I bought was the recharge kit.
Yeah,
'Cause I was
because
like, I'm not using batteries.
Insane.
Yeah. No, I mean, it is nice to know that I don't have to buy that, though, day one. I don't have a purchase like that I have to make.
I mean, because it should be included.
Well, that's another topic entirely. I am happy to see that they're going away from the twin touchpads. It was a cool concept. I liked it, but I saw
aren't
all
the twin
problems
touchpads
with
still there, and the D-pad and the buttons are below it? From what I saw,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you've got the circular controller thingies, and then you've got the buttons to where like the
right. That's what I'm
used
talking
to
about.
be.
The singular, like this.
Oh, the circular
the two-
things.
Oh,
the
I
trackpads.
I thought they were replacing the
No,
trackpad.
No, the
Oh,
trackpads are still
oh,
there.
oh,
Yep.
okay.
It's just the touchscreen that was in the middle is replaced with basically 8 buttons.
Oh, that's the touchscreen you guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Over 10% of games released on Steam in 2013 are early access titles.
I put that in specifically for CJ.
CJ, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That-
Someone was talking about Star Citizen and I got all distracted. The 10% of games being early access is disgusting. It is shameful.
I still have no problem with early access. I think it provides indie developers with a good way to get funding and continue making the games they want to make.
I'm on both sides.
Over 100 games were early access games. No game that was early access has released.
Yeah, it takes a long time to build a game, especially if you're a small indie studio building something amazing.
I mean, I would not go so far as to call all of the early access games on Steam amazing.
Okay, no, all the early access games on Steam are not amazing, but
Dude,
there are some
Starforge.
amazing ones up there. Kerbal Space Program, awesome. Prison Architect,
Kerbal Space
awesome.
Program in alpha
DayZ,
since 2011.
awesome. I mean, yeah, it's been in alpha since 2011 because they've been working on the game since then. Their team has probably expanded over time. They started out as 2 dudes making a game, and then, we got some, pre-orders in. Let's hire another dude to continue
Finish
making
your
it.
shit to get out of alpha. Set
I don't know.
goals, complete goals. Rule number 1 of product management.
I don't see how you can argue that when you haven't looked at their release timeline. Though.
I
You
have
don't-
looked at their release timeline.
Yeah, and they're making awesome updates. The past 3 or 4 updates have been massive, added massive amounts of content.
I'm not arguing that, but at what point is it not an alpha build anymore?
I don't know when they decide
that's
when they're
the real
feature
mystery.
complete. When
No.
they're feature complete is when you're not in alpha.
If they're
and then
not,
you're in beta
if they're not
testing?
feature complete and they're making these massive updates that contain all of these updates without any features that need to be MVP status, then they need to stop working on all the bullshit and get the game ready to release.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's awesome, and I hope they don't get rid of early access because I think it provides a great platform for people for small indie developers that don't have a big publisher, that don't have massive amounts of funding, to help them finish their games.
But I would also suggest if you're buying an early access game, research it.
Oh,
Don't-
that's common knowledge.
Right, but a lot of
they
people
have a giant freaking blue thing, early access. This shit ain't finished.
But a lot of people don't do that, and then they
That's
flood
their
the
own dumb
forums this game's broke.
Yeah.
I am just waiting for Battlefield 5 early access. That is what
if
I
we
don't
see
want.
that will be stupid.
Brendan,
But
of course
what
we're
if
going to
it's-
see that.
Okay, what if they did, you know how they've done the beta before when you pre-ordered
Yeah.
like Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3, you got into the beta?
Yep.
What if they did early access like that, where you pre-order the game, you get early access to the beta?
I'm fine with that.
Like,
I'm fine with that because that still sets a release date, saying the game is coming out X date.
so you
I
want
don't like-
every early access game to have a release date and stick to it.
Yeah, I don't like these perpetual games that are just in early access forever. There's a million bugs. The game plays like shit, and it's like, whoa, we already made our money.
I
can only think
don't
of
think
two
any
games that I feel are in that category.
I can think of 100. All the early access games on Steam.
Because they're still working on them. You can't say they're like, oh, we made all this money, like, peace.
I mean, you could say you're working on it forever. It doesn't mean the game's ready for release.
Right. I'm specifically thinking of Towns and Starforge.
Is Towns early access?
I thought
think-
Towns was Greenlight.
Towns?
I think
I don't
Towns
know.
was greenlit.
I don't know. I bought Towns. and I was
Starforge
pissed.
was early access.
Starforge
and
was early,
Starforge
yeah.
is bullshit.
Yeah. Well, I've seen Starforge. Starforge has been around for a while, and like from when I seen it to where it is now, I don't think it's changed at all. Whereas a game like Kerbal Space Program, from when I first saw it to where it is now, it's way different.
Yeah, no, it definitely is.
My point against Kerbal Space Program, I do want to clarify, nothing against the actual game, because the game, I played it in 2011 when it was actually like a real alpha. I've played it recently. Huge bounds. That's not an alpha anymore. They need to pull their pants up.
I don't know
Start going to
because
the bathroom like adults.
their main thing is they don't have they want a campaign mode. Like that's their main. They want a campaign where you go in, you like make rocket ships and you launch them to get science, and the more science you get, the more parts you unlock, so the bigger spaceships. And they don't have that fully worked out yet. I would honestly expect them to enter beta this year because they've got a lot of that single player stuff like built. Like a 4 or 5 year like development time for a game, like that's not unheard of.
Yeah. Chris made a point in the chat that I would like to acknowledge is the one game that I would absolutely early access in a heartbeat: Star Wars Battlefield. Like the
Battlefront?
Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah.
Sorry, not like if it was Battlefront with the Battlefield engine.
Yeah, I
would early access the crap out of that.
Throw my money at that all day long.
I will take the hypocrite label for that game all day. Every other game though, not for.
All right, enough of us arguing about early access because we could probably do that all night if we wanted to.
This is the Early Access podcast?
Yes, this is Early Adcast.
Early Adcast?
Early Adcast podcast.
The early
like cash loss.
Valve plans to allow money transfer between Steam wallets in 2014.
That sounds so dangerous.
I don't really
I don't get what it is.
Yeah, I don't get what the point is, I guess.
I can transfer money from my wallet to your wallet.
Yeah, I don't.
That sounds dangerous.
That sounds like a way for parents to be like, I'm going to put $100 in my account, and when the kids want a game, like I'll give. But that's dumb. That's stupid.
That's what they have the Steam cards for.
Yeah, I don't see the point of it.
Honestly, I don't even know why you listed that. That's a crappy topic, Kyle.
Boo, Kyle. Everyone boo, Kyle.
Boo, Kyle. Valve. Okay, so this is another thing they had. They had a lot of VR discussion at what is it called again? Steam Dev Days.
Steam Dev Days.
They had a lot of VR talk about it. One of the things they said is Valve is working together with Oculus to drive PC VR forward. Valve and Oculus are collaborating on tracking. I thought that was pretty cool that Valve is working with this, third-party, developer basically, and offering them support and basically partnering with them to make VR a reality.
Yeah, the Oculus Rift is like a really
God, I cannot
cool...
wait for Oculus Rift.
It's cool that Valve is working with them, but did anyone expect them not to?
I mean,
was anyone on the fence?
I don't think anybody expected them to work
working
with them.
Working with them.
Why
in this
wouldn't they
capacity
though? Because they're the. Let's face it, Valve is the monopoly of PC games. There are other outlets for them, but
I wouldn't
they don't
expect
even
them
count.
to work together. I mean, that's like saying, "Oh, I can't believe like Microsoft and
Nintendo."
No, not even Nintendo. Like I can't. Mad Cats. Like oh my god. Like no one expects peripheral developers and content developers, content providers like Valve to be working together in that capacity.
Yeah, I mean, we know like Valve has like a ton of money, and their R&D department is probably ridiculous. Whether half the stuff they make ever sees the light of day.
I would say the closest to this was like when Rock Band and Mad Cats got together to like. It was like Mad Cats was making all the Rock Band controllers, and they were like super specific for Rock Band, and they made the game 10 times better and this and that. Since then, though, I can't say like any peripheral has come out that's like it's been designed for this purpose.
Well, no. I don't think the Oculus Rift is being designed for Steam. I think Valve is just taking a place to make sure that it works like flawlessly with Steam, which they should.
Right. I mean, yeah, that's...
Like, so it's not surprising to me that they would do this because they're the only game in town for PC. Like, let's be real.
I mean, the ball was in Valve's court. Valve could have just as easily sat back, said we're not even going to acknowledge anything. Like, it's not like this was a big thing that people expected to happen. It was out of the blue by Valve.
Yeah. Valve currently has no plans to release their own VR hardware, but that could change.
I don't see that changing.
Yeah.
Not with
Yeah,
Rift.
not
with
right
Rift
now.
at the level.
Especially if they're working with the Rift.
I really
Maybe
hope
they would
Rift comes
buy-
out this year because
Maybe they're
Valve
working
has come
with
out
Rift.
and said like multiple times that they say that the consumer market for VR will be affordable in 2015.
Yeah.
So, but Rift has always been saying that they're going to come out this year.
Yeah.
I could
I wanna know
definitely see
what that
Valve
means.
buying Oculus Rift. I could see this as an investment on their part for now,
Didn't
making sure everything's better.
Oculus
and
Rift
then
just got like
purchasing
$75 million in funding.
them. I mean, Valve
but
is
yeah,
a lot.
no, I know.
A lot of
Yeah,
money.
so
And if Valve / Steam is like super confident in the product, I could definitely see them doing that.
Yeah.
Do you want to tackle the Nintendo? The Wii did a bad job. We are sorry. You guys can't see Kyle's show notes, but he got his pun in here. It's Wii WII did a bad job. We WII are sorry.
I mean, they did a bad job. So all this week, every day it seems Nintendo's taken a hit. Like every day, a new article has come out being like, Nintendo did this, and none of it is good. Their predicted sales came out for the year for 2014. They dropped from 9 million to 2.8 million
For the sales for the Wii U.
for the Wii U.
Yep.
That's a massive drop.
Didn't they posted their projections went from like 75 million, I think, to like losing
to
40
being
million or
yeah,
something.
Yeah.
in the
It was a huge
massive.
change in projections.
After they made that announcement, their stock dropped 18% overnight. That's a big drop.
yeah.
Satoru Iwata came out and...
Bless you.
What? Satoru Iwata came out and said that he wasn't going to resign. Just the thought of him even needing to post that is terrifying.
Yeah.
He's been with that company since...
Well, I think like people were saying like, I mean, this was like on Reddit and forums and stuff, but people were saying like he should resign and all this stuff about it.
It shouldn't be a thing he should have to come out and say, like, I don't have plans to resign. The fact that he had to come out and say that, like, that's scary for a company.
I read a really interesting article today, someone breaking down exactly like why the Wii and Wii U did not do so well, and what it boiled down to was the fact that like Sony and Microsoft made Sony and Microsoft a brand name. Nintendo made Nintendo a brand name until they got to the Wii, at which point they made Wii the brand name. It was Wii Sports, Wii Fit, Wii Mo, Wii this. And then they come out with the Wii U, and all they show in their ads is that gamepad. Because Wii is the brand name, people think that the Wii U is just that tablet.
Yep.
No, their
And
marketing
so
was
it's
terrible on the
100%
Wii U.
they-
The fact that they named it the Wii U,
It's not even
that's
that.
already like, no, you're dumb. That's
Their
a
real-
shitty name.
Their real mistake was the fact that, I mean, even when like the GameCube came out, it was the Nintendo
GameCube, yeah.
The
Exactly.
Wii was just the Wii. They should have made it the Nintendo Wii.
Well, it was the Nintendo Wii, but they didn't
never,
focus that.
they-
Yeah,
didn't
that's what I'm
focus
saying.
that.
They should have been a Nintendo Wii.
The focus
not a
was
Wii.
we would like to play.
Yeah, so that was their real misstep. I think the Wii U was a bad name, but I mean that's
The Wii U would
been
like
covered
to play.
a million billion times. So I thought that was a really interesting point that I hadn't considered, the fact that they moved away from Nintendo as the branding.
So Iwata also admitted that he misread the markets and he hadn't issued the appropriate instructions. He said the company needed to change, and he proposed something that surprises our customers is coming.
I don't know. They're gonna have to do something.
Year
really...
of Peach.
Yeah, Year of Peach. All right.
Can anyone think of a time Nintendo has surprised us in the last, say, let's just go 10 years?
10 years.
Shockingly
Nintendo
surprised, like a Nintendo surprise.
I mean, I guess the Wii was like, oh, like that's got motion
I was
controls.
shocked that the Wii did really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I thought the Wii was bad or anything, but the Wii did crazy.
I mean, the Wii is a good
Crazy.
system for what it is. I would not say...
The Wii is a good system for the casual market, which
Yes.
isn't going to be your reliable market to keep purchasing
For
your
first-party
hardware.
games, the Wii was successful.
Yeah.
Everything else, that system flopped. But everyone bought it because it was cheap.
But then
and-
nobody bought any games for it.
Yeah,
They're
but then
like,
nobody...
Wii Sports!
The number one selling game for it was Wii Sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't say that Nintendo has been a surprising anything ever.
Iwata also came out and said Nintendo is considering a new business structure, but declined to give any further details. the company plans to hold a big strategy meeting on January 30th, so maybe after that we'll get a little bit more on these new plans. But, I mean, they have to attack multiplayer. They have to attack...
Accounts. Their accounts are terrible.
Accounts.
Locked to your console?
They need a new IP. They can't keep resting on Mario, Zelda, Metroid. They're not new games anymore.
Anyone remember what happened to Sega?
They need to... okay, I watched a really good video of things Nintendo needs to do to make up for this. They need to buy Sega. Just... Nintendo's at a point where they could afford it. Like,
I don't know about that.
No, they're still, like, even though the loss they're taking, they're still way in the green.
Yeah, they're still not going to go out of business anytime soon.
They should just flat out buy Sega.
I don't know what flat out buying Sega is going to do, though. What are they shitty Sonic games?
Yeah,
like,
now we get,
I mean, I hate Sonic games.
Your biggest thing is kicking Nintendo for rehashing old franchises. They buy Sega, they're just going to come out with Sonic. They're going to come out with Crazy Taxi.
They need in-house... I mean, when was the last Crazy Taxi?
Crazy Taxi, you don't change that formula.
Yeah. If you release a game again, it's just going to be a reskin of another game that I can just go play on an old
Crazy remake.
Can the Offspring be in it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. What was the other... What was my... I lost
Probably something awful. Let's move on.
They need to they need to go back to E3, because that was a horrible decision last year, just not being at E3, period.
Yeah,
that was a massive mistake.
I am predicting that within the next 3 years, Nintendo's out of the hardware game.
I just want to say that
Sega style.
What they're saying, they've in the couple of briefings and stuff that they've talked about, they keep mentioning mobile devices being a massive success.
Oh, their 3DS is selling like crazy.
Well, they're talking about smartphones, and I'm thinking, I'm a fucking gamer. I don't play anything on my goddamn smartphone. The smartphone games suck.
Nintendo's talking about Japan.
Okay.
Because the Japan market is... They're all about tablets.
Well, I hope they're not thinking that that's going to port over to
I will say that tablet gaming and mobile gaming, like iOS and Android phones and tablets, is really, really big. Just because
I think it's really big
also
in a free-to-play market where you can continue charging microtransactions.
Yeah.
We don't want a microtransaction Mario or Luigi. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it'll be successful, but
every
at that
time
point,
you hit the question block, you have to pay 99 cents for that coin.
At that point, Nintendo, in my eyes, is dead. So they can go that route if they want.
Yeah,
They'll probably make a fuck ton of money, but...
I mean, I think Nintendo has already shown that as far as hardcore video game fans go, they know that's not their market. And they would really have to... It would cost them money to go back and try and restructure the way they've done things to get that market back. It would be 3 to 5 years probably of solid not a lot of gains, bad revenue, probably losses. I don't see them doing that, especially because they could very easily just go, we're making free to play mobile games that people love. There are multiple people that I work with that are
so
crazy for iPad games. They play every free iPad game.
It's such a hostile market, though, that it's
but with the Nintendo name slapped on it, you're kind of...
I mean, you got that.
You know, if you see Mario...
I
Super
wish
Mario
Nintendo
Brothers,
would step down from hardware. Just not hardware altogether. I wish they would focus on their handheld, because that's where they're the strongest. And then, release properties to other systems. Let Mario be on PS4 or
I don't
Xbox.
know.
I don't see that happening.
If I should say
No.
but
I want them to not make consoles and allow their and allow their stuff to go to other places.
That's already my prediction.
So I don't want to discuss this too much because we've already
You have
gone
inside information.
I've got rumor alert. We got super. What the fuck is that?
That's the rumor alarm.
That wasn't loud though. That was like a baby alarm. We need a loud rumor. All right, rumor alert. Apparently, a website posted today about a apparently super reliable source, inside source from Nintendo.
Those are always the best.
Yep. Saying that this source has given them good information in the past, but that Nintendo is already planning out their next gen system.
Wow.
And their next gen handheld.
I mean,
codename Fusion something.
They're already behind in tech.
Yeah, so I mean, Google it. If you can probably find it on Google. I think I saw it on Reddit r/games. I think I saw it posted there. Super rumor alert. Who knows how true it is, but I thought it was an interesting read. I could almost see them doing that to try to kind of be like, okay, here's our actual next gen system that can compete with the PS4 and Xbox One, but.
They also need need to support third-party developers more, because the big thing with the Wii U on launch was, look at all these third-party games. Like, we got Batman, we got Assassin's Creed. There's none of that now.
Yeah.
Everyone jumped ship.
That's all on the developers,
Ubisoft, no, but they left because Nintendo offers nothing for them to be like,
I mean,
yeah,
they're
we
probably
want
not
to
making
stay
the
here.
sales either, so why would they stay? Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's on
I-
Nintendo's marketing.
I mean, I don't see that as like Nintendo's fault as much as it's just a result of
Their customers.
Yeah.
That's their customers not
that's-
being interested in those games.
I
Which is who
have
they're
a-
marketing their console to. So.
Yeah, I have a Wii U. I'm not going to buy any of those next gen games on the Wii U.
No, you're going to buy it on a next gen system.
Yeah. They could come out with. I can't even think of a game that I want to play on next gen systems right now, which is why I don't have them. But hypothetically, if I really wanted to play like Rise, if they were like Rise is going to be on the Xbox One and the Wii U, I'd be like, man, I'm all set. Like, I'm fine. I'll wait until I get an Xbox
All right,
One.
we should move on.
Yeah,
this
let's move
time.
on.
We-
Yeah,
we've
we'll
talked
know
about it a
more
lot.
after January, and then hopefully they'll be back at E3
Yeah.
and not at Best Buy.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have something mid to end year from
Yeah.
them. Star Wars 1313 trademark abandoned. So this game was announced, I think, 2 E3s ago.
I think
Something
it was-
Like about 2
Maybe even
E3s
more.
ago, and it looked pretty sick. It was,
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was you were playing as a bounty hunter on Coruscant in the like lower levels, the seedy areas of the city. But apparently, the United States Patent and Trademark Office currently classifies Star Wars 1313 as abandoned because no statement of use or extension request timely filed after notice of allowance was issued.
Yep.
So it seems like Disney is kind of just letting this one die out.
Yep, I'm not surprised given the fact that under a month ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, not sure exactly how long ago, I read that Disney was actually getting a sort of panel together. I forget what they're called in the government, but like a action group together to solidify Star Wars canon.
The lore.
Say, this is canon, this isn't canon. And
That sounds scary.
It seems...
I really hope they treat the Star Wars franchise good. That's all I have to say.
Yeah,
and they have the money to, so hopefully they get good. They get top men on it.
Yeah.
And we get sweet games and awesome movies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fingers
I'm not
crossed.
surprised that Star
Upset
Wars
about
games that are
1313, but-
in development and
Well,
stuff would
wasn't-
get booted to the side as a result of that. Plus, it was a little mature. It was a little probably grittier than Disney would want to take
Which
the
is what
Star
I
Wars
wanted,
franchise.
but-
That's what every Star Wars fan that has been a fan for
That's
a while
grown up with
wanted.
Star Wars, yeah.
But that's not who Disney caters to. We've had this discussion about Nintendo before, same principle. Disney is constantly building new fans, so I'm not surprised. I am disappointed.
Wasn't Star Wars completely redone too? I think it was last year that they came out and said Lucas came to them and was like,
Oh,
no,
they,
this needs to be.
scrapped, yeah.
They scrapped everything that was shown at that E3.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
they wanted
they
to turn
started
it into
doing-
a whole Boba Fett story.
Yep, I
Yep.
do remember that.
And
It was
So it seemed
everything
like it was already, at that point, it was already kind of troubled.
yeah.
Project Zomboid. It's this online multiplayer, top-down isometric zombie
Online
survival
multiplayer
game.
now.
Now it's multiplayer.
Now, sorry, it just got this multiplayer.
So this is another early access game. Your favorite type of game.
Love them. They're the best.
This game has actually been in development for I think since 2011. They actually, or
Yeah.
maybe before 2011. They had an issue in 2011 where the two developers, their houses were robbed, and they were just about to release a massive update, and they didn't have that update backed up. They had their previous update, backed
Yeah.
up, but they lost everything.
God, that sucks.
So, they had to restart it over again. But the game has always been a single-player, top-down, survival, really hard zombie game. There's a free demo on Steam if you want to check it out. But they just announced that they're going to be adding multiplayer. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah,
because
I play multiplayer on it.
I wanted to check it
I'll
out.
give it a shot. Yeah, I'll give everything a shot.
After I
I'm
played
the
the
worst.
demo, I was like, this
So
is
CJ
really
confirmed
good.
to get Jay-Z after the show ends. He just said he'll give everything a shot.
Yep, there you go.
If Jay-Z were 15 is a lock, 20 is iffy. All I want to do is walk around and read books to people and ruin their fun. It's my only goal in that game.
I mean, you sound like Kyle.
Yeah.
I do like reading in that game.
So, Kyle,
So,
what about this 13 gigabyte update?
Dead Rising, we talked about the
Operation
DLC
Broken
coming
Eagle.
out.
DLC
Yeah.
For Dead Rising.
for Dead Rising. They have a 13 mandatory gig...
Mandatory 13
mandatory gig update 13. 13 gig mandatory update for the game that a lot of people suspect is just the DLC. It's a little bit of fixes here and there, but mostly it's the 4 packs of DLC all smushed together. There you go.
Now it's
you
there
unlock
for when
them
it
or whatever.
unlocks. Yeah.
So when you buy the game, it's all there for you. if you don't plan on ever buying the DLC,
You just have
you got
wasted
13
space.
gigs.
Yep.
Just those are theirs now. Also, I don't know, 'cause I haven't tested this yet. I don't own the game, but it's installed on my system because I rented it.
Oh, you're totally good.
So when I turn it on, it's gonna auto update that to 13 gigs, even though I don't even own the game.
I mean, you're gonna have to delete it because you got it
so
installed.
I'm gonna have to delete it. That seems crazy to me.
I mean, they don't have a way to tell that you don't own the game.
No, well, not that. The 13 gig mandatory update seems crazy to me. I just downloaded Devil May Cry for PS3, the full game. That was 8 gigs. And I think
that's a previous generation.
There's a lot of zombies. It's a lot.
There's at least 10 gigs worth of zombies.
Top zombies.
I'm not shocked because Capcom is no stranger to packing like DLC in a disc. So like the DLCs
do that with Street Fighter or something.
They did that with Street Fighter. They did it with Resident Evil. They've done it with a bunch of games.
I don't like that.
So is this a new form of pushing DLC? Like, I already downloaded 13 gigs. I might as well spend $5 and
The question I have is, will this download no matter what, or will this download when you start to play the game?
No,
a lot of games
from how
you go to play them.
How the new systems work.
Update? Like a Steam game would automatically.
You can set them to automatically.
Yeah.
Both PS4 and Xbox One, when you turn them on, it goes through your game library and updates everything. So it will trigger like
that sucks. Then here
you go.
That's crappy.
Yep.
With that, Diablo 3 announced their 6 gig update. And that's for people, again, that's
only PC.
That's only PC. People are speculating that it contains Reaper of Souls information.
Yeah.
Similar to the Dead Rising one. But
which it absolutely does. 100% that's what it's for.
I'm going to say yes, but I don't think I think it's a lot of back-end stuff.
I don't
think it's the Reaper of Souls content.
No. I think there's all the fixes to itemization and
that's not Reaper of Souls though. That's
right.
Even
they're coming out at the same time.
They
need to wait till Reaper of Souls to launch.
So when Reapers of Souls launches, the auction house and everything you know about the items in the game is completely being redone.
Yep.
A complete overhaul. That's what I think most of that 6 gig update is. Is all the new items, all of that, all the new features.
It's any update.
They probably have to provide some reverse compatibility. Like I don't know if they need owners of the original game can play with the new character class. Like if they can go to the level whatever the current level cap is with them, and then
it just it mods in not mods.
Well,
it adds in all the stuff for those characters.
Yeah,
even though you don't own it, so you can't make those characters. Well, that's usually how these.
I haven't even thought about this. Can you even play Reaper of Souls standalone, or do you need?
Absolutely not. It's an expansion pack.
Yeah, it's an expansion pack.
That's like asking if you can play Myst by itself.
I mean, StarCraft Heart of Swarm is an expansion pack.
That's not an expansion pack.
That's like a second game.
Okay, I didn't know this.
The StarCraft games are 3 parts of a game. Okay, it's not like an expansion.
It's a trilogy.
Yeah. Okay, I mean that's fair.
Yeah.
And that's only 6. That's less than half of what the Dead Rising one is. I think it's
also will not automatically. You have to start trying to play Diablo to get that.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Diablo update. Or just open up.
I just don't want to see this become a trend.
App.
Yep. Other news out of Blizzard: Hearthstone is finally entering open beta. So if you are one of the 4 people in the world who doesn't have a Hearthstone key yet, I believe it started today if you're in North America, and then 2 days from now in Europe. I could be wrong on that. I could be crossing information.
Well, I think it's today for
today's
NA, and then
2 days from now for
all our European listeners.
I'm pretty sure. If you haven't played the game yet, now's the time to. I mean, the difference between open beta and release is nominal. I don't think they're going to do another wipe.
Probably just a lot of I think wipes are done.
Yeah,
probably balancing.
It's just balancing and stuff. At this point, it would be beta in name only. If you haven't played it, it's a really quick, really easy, really fun card game. A lot of people were pretty skeptical about it when it first was announced. But
I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really simple to pick up. Games are really quick to play. There's not a lot of depth to it, but I mean,
it's got that formula that makes you want to keep going back.
PvP aspect, playing against other people is a lot of fun. The arena mode, which for those who don't know, you build a deck out of randomly. They give you 3 cards, you pick one. Then they give you 3 cards and you pick one. You build a deck that way.
I like Arena a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, Arena's cool.
But it's
after
all
your deck.
luck.
Yeah, after your deck is built, you then go and do matches against people until you lose 3. Once you lose 3, you get an award. You get some rewards based on how well you did. You're always going to get at least 1 pack of cards, and it's 150 coins for a pack of cards, or 100 coins for a...
It's 100
Arena.
coins. No, it's 100 coins for a pack of cards, 150 for the arena.
Okay.
So,
But it's still the stuff you always have a good chance to get at least...
getting more.
Yeah, to get like
Give your
2
get your
packs.
money back.
Yeah, so
Whoop.
I always recommend that people throw down the extra 50 coins to do Arena. I definitely would say everyone check it out. It's free to play. If you like Blizzard, then you're gonna probably like Hearthstone.
Kind of just spoiled your review. I accidentally clicked the little change.
no one saw.
No one saw. Okay,
No one saw.
that's kind of our news.
Well,
for
wait,
the week.
wait. Before we jump, we have something not on the show doc. It was just really quick that I thought of just now. The next Starbound patch. After that Starbound patch,
No more
character wipes.
Yep.
That's awesome.
That
I
is-
have stopped playing that game
Because of the
completely
character
because of the
wipes, yeah.
character
But
wipes.
I want to go back and play. 'cause
Yeah,
it was a
so
lot of fun.
once that patch hits everybody,
Back
full
into
Starbound, yeah.
Another thing that I don't think we mentioned, we're going weekly now.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we can cover that more at the end, though.
Yeah, we
I
did.
didn't
What are
think
we
of
looking
that.
at time?
We got time.
We
We
have
probably
15
shouldn't talk
minutes.
about that, live. For
Yeah,
the watchers.
Oh, we got-
Kyle.
We're personal with our fans.
I'll be
like, we
watching
can-
it.
Okay, I'm going
They
to
don't need
spoil
to know
your
how
review
it's
again.
Yeah, I mean, it's not spoiled now. We're going to just
do
jump
it.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the review this week is Rise, the Son of Rome,
Switch
for
over to this
the
review
X-Bone. We got some game footage for you. It's pretty
because
awesome.
we're awesome like that. All right, take it away, Kyle.
Yeah,
you
okay.
played,
you
you played Rise.
almost played it.
So, I was running out. Obviously, I'm running out of games for both systems. I think I've played every game that both system has at this point, besides like Madden and
Yeah.
NBA. So I got Rise. That was next on the chopping block. So you play as Marius Titus. Oh, we're gonna just jump into the story. I didn't forgot.
Okay, yeah,
mention
this is
that.
story.
This is the story segment. You play as Marius Titus. After you watch your family just get brutally murdered, like your sister, your mother.
You got what happened in God of War.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
We'll get to story.
Yeah,
we'll
come
get to story. You watch your family get just brutally slaughtered. Your sister, your mother, like, oh no, and then your dad and you try to save them, and then your dad dies, and they're barbarians. Oh no, they came and ransacked the town. Then you embark on this quest of revenge against the barbarians, but that's not actually the barbarians who are at fault. The
barbarians were paid for by some bro, right?
The story bounces like all back and forth in the timeline. There are tons of twists in the story. You see every twist coming. You're never shocked by anything in this game. The moment the game starts, you know exactly who the bad guy is. And for the rest of the game, you're just like, well, like, when are we going to get to him? Because that's who the enemy is.
Spoiler alert: this guy's actually Greek,
Yeah,
not Roman.
that's true.
Oh no, what is it? I just made that up.
So, story's really nothing impressive. It's there. That's what you get.
Yeah, it's like glue. It's there to hold the game together, kind of.
Yeah, there's moments where you're like, okay, like
Like,
that's
it's
cool.
a little like, okay, we
It's
need
le-
some
it's
more glue
lettuce.
there, but
You're like,
It's lettuce.
I like
it's there
her.
to provide texture.
Okay, lettuce.
No one
Even
is
better.
offended by it.
Yeah.
But it's not doing anything.
The story gets 6 lettuce slices.
So a 6,
6.
not 6 slices.
Let's go into gameplay. Not the strongest of gameplay. It's pretty basic counter combat. You wait for the enemy to come hit you. You counter them. You can hit most enemies. It's not like Assassin's Creed where if you swing at an enemy, they're instantly going to block it and you're going to bounce off of them. What are you shaking?
Me, I'm
Yeah.
just listening to the review.
Okay, shakies. Most enemies you can just beat to a pulp. Some enemies have shields, so you have to wait for them to attack you and counter it. Once you get them to have like a thing above their head, you go into execution mode. Execution mode is really fun because it likes to play name that color, where the enemy will have like a yellow aura around him. That means you have to press the yellow button.
Sounds kinda crazy.
Then you hit him with the yellow button, change up on you. He's got a blue aura. You got to hit the blue button. That becomes really...
What happens if he has a green aura?
He doesn't. You only get yellow.
So there's only 2 auras? I thought maybe they did the red and...
No.
Okay. Wow.
They don't want to throw a lot at you right at the beginning.
Yeah.
I didn't play on ultra difficulty. Maybe
on Ultra.
Maybe they throw
Three
in
colors.
Yeah, maybe they throw in 3 colors. Also, what's important to note about that? You can't screw it up.
I mean, the color, the
Well,
QTEs.
So yeah, I
You
guess that's
can't.
the
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't screw up the color combo system. If the yellow button appears and you press the blue button, who cares? Like, you're gonna kill him anyway. Like,
it's just there.
yeah,
as a guideline.
you don't screw up the combat. Nothing bad happens. You lose style points, but that's it. Like, once you initiate and execute, that guy's dying. You could put the controller down. Your character will still attack and do motions regardless of you even playing the game.
Awesome.
So,
That
combat
sounds
is
super fun.
fantastic. There are parts of the gameplay that are really nice. Like, what you're seeing right now is them forming a line. You actually have to control when they go into shields against the arrows. At one point, you can hold the trigger. Yep, like you're seeing right now. And they'll all line up. They all target an enemy, and then you just wipe them out with the spears. That was kind of neat. There's another thing where, like, say your city's being sieged. You have 2 choices of, like, where you can put your archers. It'll tell you to put them up at the front, and then it'll tell you, like, putting your archers up at the front will help against these things, but these things will get through. And then you can put them to the other side, and it'll say, like, blah, 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 these will get through, but your archers will be strong against this. So you have to make, like, tactical decisions in where you put stuff and, like, what you're going to deal with.
Yeah.
But those are very few and far between, so you're not getting a lot of that. Other than that, yeah, the gameplay is very simplistic, just color combat. You can put the controller down too, like, it doesn't matter. Those prompts that you're seeing on the screen, those are not in the game.
The B right there that was above his head, the X.
Yeah, that is not how it's represented. This must be super early footage.
Yeah, I think
Oh wait,
so.
this isn't you? I thought this was you.
No.
You made me lie.
I have my footage recorded. I have a full playthrough of this that we might upload.
Well, I'm glad you didn't use it for this gameplay footage. That would have been way too sensitive.
Yeah, this is, I think, early build because those prompts are not there.
Yeah.
So gameplay, also 6 pieces of lettuce. Gameplay gets a 6. Sound does a pretty decent job. The voice acting isn't, like, super painful, and the music is not, like, intrusive. It's pretty, like, ambient. You don't really notice it. Like,
It's just there.
Yeah, again, it's also lettuce. Like, it's just in the game. Like, it's just, yeah, like, it's there.
So much lettuce in this game.
There's a lot of lettuce in this game. One of the female leads, like, is really annoying. She has a really cool, like, voice, but when she does her, like, battle cries stuff, you want to strangle. Like, you wish she would turn yellow, and you could color combat her. Yeah, nothing really stands out in sound. It wasn't as painful as the other categories, because, again, like, it's sound. It's hard to really mess up sound on that level. I'm going to give sound a 7. I think that's a fair
7
score.
heads of lettuce?
Yeah, 7 heads of lettuce. Graphics. This game is pretty. This might be the prettiest game on both of the next-gen consoles. It's the first game that actually looks next-gen. Like, what you're seeing, like, that's all gameplay. Like, they don't go out of engine for a lot of things. And some of the facial animations, like you see, especially the main character.
The facial animations are
Yeah,
good.
the main character himself, like, there are times where you're like, that's an actor, like, that's a real dude.
Yeah.
His armor, like, the way light reflects off it, everything like that, looks awesome. The blood looks pretty bad. Other characters' faces look pretty bad. Cloth kind of has this, like, bland, kind of drab-like feel to it. It's not really stand out. But everything else looks, like, I know I gave Resogun a 10 for graphics, and I would say...
Yeah, but you also enjoyed Resogun more, so, I mean...
Well, I mean, no, that's a graphics score. Like,
Yeah.
the graphics aren't really the enjoyment. Like, that's...
If Resogun's a 10, then this is like a 15.
No. Resogun's
15 heads of lettuce.
Yeah.
Resogun's a 10
So.
because of all the particles and the way, like, how everything, like I don't know, something about Resogun clicks where the game just is beautiful, like, no matter what.
Yeah.
Rise has flaws in it. The parts that stand out are way better than Resogun, but the parts that are bad are they deserve points taken off for them because they're super noticeable. When a character who isn't the main character is like in your face, you're like, he is ugly.
Yeah.
Like that is really bad texturing. The female lead, when she pops into frame, you're like she gets like super close to you and you're like, wow, that looks really bad. And then all of a sudden her textures just go like boop, and she's like, now she looks good, but she still looks bad.
Yeah, it's still
compared
a
to me.
texture pop too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put all the work on the main character, it seems.
So what do you give graphics?
Graphics, I'm giving an 8.5.
All right.
So half a head of lettuce in there.
Half a head of lettuce.
8.5 heads.
Let's go to fun. This is the kind of make it break it category for a lot of games, I would say, because I mean, if the game's not fun,
Yeah.
like there's no reason
yeah.
for it. All the other categories could be awful as long as you're having fun. It's really not different here. This game's fun, but it's super short. I beat it in 5 hours, I think.
Ouch.
And for a $60 game,
Yeah,
that's it's a little hard to swallow.
And there's no multiplayer. Really
No.
There is.
There is multiplayer.
Okay, I didn't know
And
that.
there is a Coliseum mode. I didn't try either one of those because I can't see the appeal of either one of those with how shitty the combat is. If the combat was an actual thing in the game and not like hit the button and then hit the button, then I might have tried multiplayer, but I couldn't like. I play multiplayer games.
so,
I mean, I would assume that multiplayer is a little different.
Yeah.
I don't think you just get to start fighting your enemy.
Yeah,
And it's like
maybe I'll try multiplayer and I'll revisit this review.
Well, no, I don't care.
Okay.
Reviews help.
But from what I played, the game should interest me in playing their other modes. This one didn't.
Yeah.
Because I play competitive multiplayers. I couldn't see any competitiveness in this. It would be luck of the draw. Like, oh, he turned blue faster. If there were tons of unlockables in the game, I might have played it more. There's not really much to collect. There's like scrolls and stuff, but all it is like... I mean, concept art is great.
But that's all it really is.
Yeah, but that's all it is.
Okay.
I think 7's a fair score for what I played because it was so short. Yeah, it's a 7.
7 heads of lettuces.
Yeah, I mean that's not a bad score.
For fun?
For fun,
Yeah.
for fun, that's not horrible. Overall, if you have an Xbox One and you want to show people the graphical power, like this is a next gen system, like this is what you have to look forward to coming out. I'm a super badass. Look at me chop these dudes' throats and like cut people out from the knees. Yes, you should get this game. If you're getting this game because you're like, I have an Xbox One and I don't have anything to play, I need something to tide me over till, say, Titanfall or another game comes out, don't get this game. You're going to be done this game in an afternoon, and then you're not going to have anything else to play, and then you're $60 in the hole.
I just want to add real quick that the multiplayer, it's a good thing Kyle didn't play it because it's all co-op multiplayer.
Oof.
So it's just like fighting waves of enemies?
Yeah, it's like
basically?
there's a Coliseum mode where you and a person fight like tons and tons of enemies.
What's the multiplayer?
It's co-op.
No, but there's a Coliseum mode and multiplayer mode.
Multiplayer mode is like co-op story.
Okay.
From what I just read.
Okay. Yeah, so then it's no different than what I said. But yeah, if you have an Xbox One and you need a game, don't buy this. If you have
Buy Forza.
Yeah, buy Forza. You'll spend days in that game and won't even make a dent in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was
overall 6.9.
6.9 heads of lettuces?
Cool. Heads of lettuces.
Heads of lettuces. I think that.
All right, yeah, that about wraps it up.
That's a show.
That is a show.
That's a show.
A show.
Nailed.
I do have one thing for the end of the show, though. It's shower thoughts for gaming. So our biggest fan, John, apparently listens to our FrameLoss, the audio versions in the shower.
Does this really work? Because it's not going to be in the shower anymore.
Well, maybe he'll listen to this in the shower.
Twitch has a mobile app.
Yeah, maybe he could be listening in the shower right now.
That's true.
Anyways, so we wanted to leave John with some shower thoughts for gaming. So our shower thought for gaming for this week is life is a pay-to-win game.
It's true. It's deep.
Life is a pay-to-win game.
Wash behind your ears.
Yeah.
All right, guys, for FrameLoss, I am CJ. That's Kyle, 2 inches. That's Brandon B Pants.
We'll be back in a week. That's weird.
1 week.
1 week, yeah. You might also, if you want to subscribe to our channel too, go ahead.
Yeah, in the meantime, if you're hungering
subscribe.
for FrameLoss stuff.
Sometimes we decide to stream games. We'll hopefully be doing that more in the future. I tried to do it recently, but we had some issues that we still have to work out.
Yeah, we'll be figuring out how to do full-on 3-person FrameLoss Let's Plays. check in on the FrameLoss Twitch accounts, Twitch TV FrameLoss, Twitch TV/FrameLossPlayer2, Twitch TV FrameLoss_After Dark. Every now and then you'll see us streaming stuff. You can also find us on YouTube at youtube.com/FrameLossVideos.
Yes.
FrameLoss videos. Yep. All right. I forgot what you got for the name. FrameLoss videos.
You can find Kyle and I on Facebook if you guys want to add us there.
We do have a FrameLoss Facebook, but I don't know the address.
Yeah, I don't know the address either.
Well,
so
next show we'll have an
gonna mention
outro, and it'll show all of our stuff, and you guys can write it down or pause
Yep.
it. You know, just in case you want to stalk us. We don't mind. I don't mind.
It'll be
It'll
awesome.
be pretty easy to find.
Yeah.
So, for Brendan and Kyle, I'm CJ.
know
This
how
has
to
been
stop this.
FrameLoss. Good game.
I don't know how to stop this.
You don't know how to
No, I don't know
stop
how to
this?
end. I've never used XSplit. I don't know how to stop the recording. Do I just click that?
Yeah.